Hello and welcome to Mastering Microsoft Excel video series. In this video, we're going to talk about what are the advanced level in dealing with the duplications in our data sets. Without much ado, let's go ahead, check out what are the options available for us in the Excel screen. So for this exercise, I'm going to take the data, this one. So the first requirement for me is to highlight the duplication, but not from the first occurrence onwards, from the second occurrence onwards, because your regular conditional formatting will highlight the actual value and the duplicated value both together. But I don't want to do that. I want to highlight only from the second occurrence onwards. So how do you deal with that? Now, before we go ahead and do this, the question here is, would you like to highlight the duplicated cells or would you like to highlight the duplicated row? So here my objective is to highlight the duplicated cell, not the duplicated row. So I'm going to select the column where I want to highlight the duplicated cell from the second occurrence onwards. Go to conditional formatting, new rule. I cannot use this one. I'm going to go for new rule, and in the new rule I'm going to go to the choice use a formula, and I'm going to write the formula equal to COUNTIF. I'm going to select the first cell in the reference. I'm going to use the colon sign so that it picks the same cell again, comma, I'm selecting the first cell. So the range and the criteria all are the same cell. Close the braces, greater than 1. So here, which are the places I'm going to do a little bit of changes is in the range of my COUNTIF. In one of the cell, I'm going to make sure the dollar sign is appearing only for the B, only for the column. The same way, my criteria should also be fixed only for the column, not the row. So this is my formula which is going to do that magic. I'm going to go ahead and click on the format, choose the color which I would love to go for, click OK and OK again. So now you could see from the second occurrence onwards, it will get highlighted, not the first occurrence. Okay, so this is the way we deal with when I want to highlight the duplicated cells in a column from the second occurrence onwards. Suppose, let's say you want to do it on the transactional level. The duplicated row should be highlighted from the second occurrence onwards. In that case, definitely you need the help of the helper column. So let's see how do we create that helper column and deal with this. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my conditional formatting from the sheet. I'm going to go ahead and use the first column has my helper column, the formula concat, not concatenate, because concat lets me to select a range. I don't have to select each cell, but concatenate, I have to select each cell. You cannot select a range. I'm going to click close the braces, hit the enter. All the three columns I'm concatenating it, and this is the column which is going to act as a reference for me this time. So I'm going to select the area where the color should be given. I'm going to go for the conditional formatting again the new rule, again use a formula, again going to that formula box, again the COUNTIF, again this time selecting the first cell in the helper column, colon, it picked up the same cell, comma, pick up the first cell again, close the braces, greater than 1, and make sure the dollar sign is only before the A, comma, select the first cell again and make sure the dollar sign is only before the A, not before the 6. And the occurrence should be more than once, and go to the format, pick up the color, click OK, and we're going to click OK again. So we have to make sure you have to remove the dollar sign before the 6, and in both the sides, in the range as well as in the criteria, to pick up the color using the format and click OK, and you should see that the row, duplicated row, got highlighted only from the second occurrences onwards. Yeah, so we have seen how do you deal with the duplication when it comes to duplicated cells or duplicated row from the second occurrence onwards using the conditional formatting. But how do I get it done through the 365 formulas? Okay, so let me show you that. When you want to pull only the unique values or unique cells in the column, you can use unique formula, refer this column from where you want to take only the unique values, and it pulls it out for you. Okay, when you want to pull only the duplicated cells from the column, then you will need the help of filter, which is a 365 formula again. We're going to select the column where we want to apply the filter, but the criteria to filter is If the value comes more than once in that column, then filter it. So I'm taking the help of COUNTIF. The range is the column, and the criteria is I want to take each cell. So I'm selecting the same column again, and the criteria is greater than 1. So now what happens is it goes to this column, put a filter, and the criteria is it's going to check each one whether it is more than appearing more than once. Okay, so the first one and the second one is more than once, it's going to be retained in your filter, and the rest 3 will not come. Again, the last 2 is coming more than once, it's again going to reply. So watch it. When I see this is what's going to happen, but ideally here itself we have a duplicate, but logically it does the work what your normal conditional formatting will do, which highlights the original as well as the duplication. But remember, we want to get only those values only once, not every time. So I'm going to go here and use the unique over and above this so that I get only the duplicated cells in an area. So this gives me an option. Okay, these are the values which are duplicated here. These are the cells which are duplicated. Later I can take a call whether I want to delete it or keep it. Now similarly, if you want to get duplicated rows again, same process. I'm going to use filter, select the entire array, which is my data, but same COUNTIF formula. Because it is for the entire row, we're going to take the help from the helper column. So I'm going to select the helper column, comma, and select the helper column again. And if the occurrence is more than once, you filter that. But I don't want you to keep repeating it. Just give the only the unique values out of the filtered ones. So it gives me right now only the duplicated transaction to me separately. Okay. Now when I want to get it for the unique transactions alone, the only thing is I'm going to take the same formula, but instead of greater than 1, I'm going to use equal to 1. And that's going to give me the unique references alone, means the values are coming only once. So you could see the formula which I'm using in both the cases. Let me take the help of let me get the formula for you guys out of these cells so you can see basically what is the formula we're using. Yeah, so check out here. This is the formula I would be using to take the duplicated alone, which we have written here, and this is the formula I'll use when I want to get only the unique values. So I've given you 4 the same way. Let me get it for you guys here as well. What's the formula we're using and what's the formula we're using here? So let me expand this a little bit and let's try to accommodate in one single screen. So to get unique cells out of a column, unique. If you want to get the duplicated cells out of a column, and this is your formula. If you want to get duplicated rows in a table, this is your formula. If you want to get only the unique rows in your table, then this is the formula. So whenever you want to get these things in a separate place, then formula will be your approach. On the same place, conditional formatting, you need to take the help from there and you have to handle it. So when you want only the unique, then you simply have to use a remove duplicates to handle it. Okay, so I hope you guys got a learning from this video. We'll meet again with another interesting input. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Hariharan.